back to Street Race Solutions. Another episode of us Workshop Antics. Today is Monday.
Sure is.
Leaving these two cars here, getting loaded up onto a transporter Thursday night. We're flying out of Toowoomba. We're flying out of Wellcamp.
We're flying out of West Brisbane.
Flying out of Brisbane West.
Brisbane West.
Toowoomba Airport. Anyway, flying out there Friday morning to get down to the GTR Festival, which is on Saturday the 28th of May. So, as you can see, neither of these cars are quite ready to go at the moment.
Not yet.
We're getting pretty close.
We're getting there.
Closer and closer. So, still waiting on the Nismo clutch to turn up for that. But I've done a lot of the wiring side of that, so it shouldn't be too hard to slap it back the rest of the way. We do also have to put some BC coilovers in that at some stage as well.
Do we actually?
Yeah, I just remembered.
True God.
Yeah, true God. MCA, sorry, not BC.
No, MCA,
sorry.
Mate. Yeah, you're right.
Spat on him a little bit there with my BCs, didn't I? The LM. We've got the air cups in. Or Daniel's you're on the last bracket, aren't you?
That's a very dangerous thing right there.
Yeah, watch out. Daniel's on the last little bracket, last singular bracket for the airlines, aren't you?
One more bolt. One more bolt in, and
for all of the airlines are run. I've finished the wiring for this car as well for the air cup, so it's all wired, ready to go. The buttons in the car. So we're pretty much just waiting. The wheels are on their way back here now. They're just getting tyres fitted on them, so we can get it down on the ground and get the coilovers set, get some weight on those air cups before we actually put any air pressure in them.
Yeah.
And then
work out where we want our ride heights and stuff.
Yeah, work out how railed we want to have this thing basically, once we got some wheels on it. Modifying the dump pipe that was already originally on this car to fit up a
Tomei
catback. Tomei, what did I say? Tomei catback exhaust, titanium catback exhaust. So we're currently just modifying the original dump pipe to fit that up just for the weekend, just so it's got a nice little tip on the back of it, basically.
No, so yeah, the other one was a bit...
a little sad penis. A lot of the work that's getting done on this car is going to get revisited after GTR Festival. So this LM is going to undergo an entire build, front to back. But for the meantime, we just want to get it down to GTR Festival and sort of...
have it on the debut, have it on display.
Yeah. Plus everyone down there can sort of see it as it sits now, and then, 6-12 months time from now when the car's done,
you can really see it.
You can see it again. So anyway, that's what we're doing.
That is exactly what we are doing today on Monday. It's just past lunchtime. George wanted an introduction. It's exactly what we just gave him, and this is it.
Yep. So Danny's going to weld up the dump pipe. He's going to throw it back in, bolt up the exhaust, and then we'll probably move over the coilovers on.
Is that the gasket?
Yeah. Pre-root.
That's wild. It's a throwing knife. It's weighted at one end. It's really good. Like it'll every time just straight in the wall. Yeah. Sharp as razor blades. That one.
Oh, George. I thought you were Daniel. You're lucky.
Touch me.
You'll what? You'll do nothing.
It's a race car. We have installed the xenon headlights in the 33. We also lowered it like another 10 mil, I think, roughly in the front. So we've still got to let it down, let it settle. Got to go to the back, put the back seats in. Remember last time we did an episode with the passenger shelf and the back seats, and the back seats can go get, got them in the car, believe it or not. Earlier today, Sam and I, we swapped out the carbon blade on the GTR wing. The other one, I wouldn't say there was anything, it was just old and tacky and gross. Very gross. No, it wasn't bad, it was just gross. Like, it's well, not bad, just gross. So we did that. Did the exhaust, yeah, we told him about the exhaust to Tomo. Yep. Sounds much better. Kind of need camber arms in the rear a little bit, I think. No, we need traction arms too. So if you got some, come put them in for me. George of the jungle. So we spoke about it. We spoke about the LM. Let's go. Should we duck over and see what Sam's doing? Jump over to Sammy boy. Get you to come give us a hand, put this box in when you can, George. If you're not busy. Yeah, thank you, bro. Yeah.
Don't be stupid.
I'm not. We're helping.
George, not you.
How's that? We go to helping. It's
Talking about George, not you. Obviously,
George was literally helping.
You're a model of sincerity.
He was pushing the
You're a
box, mate.
model of sincerity, seriousness. What ethnicity are you, Daniel?
This box is heavy, bro. Don't be long. I'm going to try and help, and I'm just fucking the place.
All right, so as you can see, the engine is back in the NUR and it's pretty much all buttoned up. So I've got all the, I think last time you saw it, pretty much just had the engine sitting in. So we were waiting on the Nismo clutch to turn up, so it turned up yesterday. Very pretty red piece that is, so we've got that thrown in there. From there, we sort of actually got to make some progress, which was good. So the gearbox and everything, got that back in there pretty quickly. And then everything under the car is all sweet, it's all done. Just standard stuff under there, exhaust, tail shaft, that sort of stuff. Underneath the car, it does have full titanium mid pipes. So off of the twin turbos, it's got the dump pipes, and then it's got the titanium mid pipes going through to a full titanium exhaust as well out the back. So that's super pretty stuff. In the engine bay here, we've got everything back in. It is pretty much exactly ready to fire up for the first time, hit the key. We're just waiting for Mick from Edge to come around and just touch up in, so it's got an Apexi FC in this car, so we just want him to come around and adjust the injector values because we have got new Nismo injectors in there as well, and they're a bit bigger. Just waiting on that, and then this car's ready to fire up, and then it's just going to go over to the dyno and get a quick touch-up tune. Only aiming for like 300, 350 horsepower, something like that, just nice and drivable with a little bit more power. Got a few mines, goodies up here, the titanium strut brace, carbon fibre, the green carbon fibre, or greenish, Millennium Jade-ish carbon fibre intake there. Got a new Nismo air filter inside of here, so it's got plenty of little goodies hidden around this car. MCAs, so I got the new MCA coilovers put in here. Haven't quite adjusted them yet. We've just we sat them, those MCAs actually came out of the F1 car, and we put the remote res shocks that originally came in the F1 car back in the F1 car. So these MCAs are out of the F1 car. So we've left them where they were sitting because we're pretty sure it should be a pretty nice height for this car. At the moment it's still on the hoist, so we can't really tell where it's going to settle. Once we get it off the hoist and everything's settled, we'll decide if we want to raise it or lower it from there. But we're pretty confident it's going to sit pretty nice on the new raised rims. So other than that, car's pretty much done. The LM is pretty much done as well. Daniel's just throwing some caster arms in that to adjust the front caster. And then both of these cars are pretty much done, ready for a clean and a wash. The Carshop F-1 car's turning up again today on a tow truck. So we'll have all 3 of these cars back together, and then they're getting loaded up on the transporter tomorrow night so that we can head down to Sydney for the weekend. So we should have some pretty sick photos coming in soon of the 3 GTRs all stacked together. So stay tuned for that, and we'll check back in with you when it's running.
That's 346 squats. Yeah. Oh, yay! I could be a philosopher. I am a philosopher. Not a rapper either.
Say something philosophical.
Philosophical? Alright, so if Adam and Eve, right, you've got Adam and Eve, how did Adam get there from the first place? Like, Eve needed to have Adam to start with, but then you needed a prior Adam to then impregnate Eve that made this kid, right? And you need, it's the circle of life, right? The female is given this gift to lay birth to a child. Don't get me wrong, that happened, which people believe created humanity, but it's wrong. They were human before they had that child, right? Gotta be. So, who the f had Adam to start with? And where did Eve come from? Like, they don't fall out of a tree pregnant.
Not around these parts.
Not around this neck of the woods anyway. Well, but the apple tree would have had to have been in the woods to fall. I don't know if it was in this neck of the woods, but it would have had to have been in the woods. Am I wrong?
I'm like a game character waiting to be picked. All right, so we got all 3 GTRs out the front of the shed this morning.
It's really cold.
It's cold. It's a bit chilly, yeah, a bit chilly in the old Toowoomba region today. It's a bit small.
Sorry.
Yeah, so they're all done, all ready to go. They're getting loaded up on the transporter tonight. So we've got the NUR GTR, the Carshop F1, the NUR R34 GTR, Carshop F1 R34 GTR, and over there we got the LM33 GTR, the Le Mans edition. So all 3 of these are going to get loaded up tonight and get on their way to Sydney, and we're going to jump on a plane in the morning and meet him down there. So thanks for watching the video.
Thanks for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed the content.
Stay tuned for a GTR festival video coming up very shortly. Hooroo.
Hooroo.